see, and you can see Capri a lot more now, just behind the Cape of Sorrento. See, comes the Isle of Capri just behind a little bit of it. The Bay of Naples disappears, we get into the Bay of Salerno, we start the drive of some of the curves of the Amalfi Coast. And then, you see? And then, going down, we start to see some houses on one of the cliffs. That's not Positano, it's Praiano, is the town which is after Positano. Positano is before it, but is hidden in one of the deepest parts of the bay. So just a few more minutes to drive and we get to see Positano. Now let me tell you a little bit about the historical background of the Amalfi Coast. You might be thinking, still? We know now, you told about the Greeks and the Etruscans and the Romans, you've been talking all the morning, but you know what? Even if it's just around the corner, just on the other side, there were those important Greek colonies, the Etruscans and Romans. The Amalfi Coast has had a very different historical background for many, many centuries. First of all, at the very beginning, Greeks and Romans didn't settle very much over here. Why? Because imagine this place without this road, okay? Cliffs, rocks, beautiful, but you know, they had lots of space on the other side, so they came here just when they wanted to find a little bit of peace. They found just a couple of Roman villas built probably for the most sophisticated families who wanted to stay far from the crowd. And this place looked to be perfect, you know, to hide up from the barbarians, you know, because Amalfi is the name of the main town, which is another hour peopled by the Byzantines. The first news about this independent republic that we got through some documents go back to the 8th century AD. What is Positano now? Then what happened that in the 11th century, at roughly the same historical background, actually the first capital city of the kingdom was Palermo, with the Normans and Swabians. Then later, at the end of 1200, also on the Amalfi Coast, but not because Moors took the power for a short time like they did also in Spain, but because fortunately here we just had some pirates raids. They never stayed for very long. But there's a lot of Moorish architecture. When you look at the church, the Cathedral of Amalfi, it looks like a mosque more than a church, because of the strong relationship, because of lots of business, because these two sides of the Mediterranean, they covered each other, you know, in the style. So if you go in Turkey, in Egypt, in Morocco, you can find the name of a street that recalls the people of Amalfi. Like here you find the dome on top of the houses, the beautiful decoration with the tiles. And first of all, on the Amalfi Coast, we got one of the most fantastic manufacturing of ceramics. So if you want to know what typical you can buy in Positano, the ceramics of the Amalfi Coast is one of the three best ones of Italy. There's a town at the end of the Amalfi Coast called Pietri sul Mare, where centuries ago they started to make these ceramics, and now they make and sell all along the Amalfi Coast. Pots, vases, tables for the gardens, and it's called the Ceramica Pietrese. The other two, as good as this one in Italy, are one in Sicily, actually, Caltagirone, and one not far from Rome, the De Ruta. So these three ceramics are the very top ones in Italy. The one at the Amalfi Coast, the Pietri one, the Caltagirone, and the De Ruta that comes from Rome area. Well, not too far from Rome, a few miles out of Rome. And Positano is coming closer and closer. Now we need about 10 more minutes to drive down. Well, actually, we don't. We slow down at a spot here, then we see when we come back, you know, we do. We'd better start to go down. Then we see when we come back, we see. Now.
Postcard right there.
Okay, look at this.
Take a picture.
This is Positano, you see? Up and down the hills. And if you pay attention, the architecture is very similar to what you see in Greece, in Turkey, okay? You know, the dome on top of the houses, the light colors, some of the ceramic tiles, is very Mediterranean. First suspense. Wow, one third. Come on, clap your hands to Angelo. He has to take us back, you know. I'll check on him. He won't drink any wine, just some limoncello, just some liquor. This is the best curve. This is the best one.
It's just a total swing back, switch back.
Angelo, show us what you can do. Ti faccio vedere che sai fare.
Yeah.
Wow! You see, you do it well also when you wake up at 4 in the morning. The name of the town Positano, you know, according to some historians, comes from the name of a Roman family, Posidi, that had a villa here. Pirates by the Moors. They came, we're eating down there, guys, okay? That's the Hotel de Saraceno. You don't see it because it's down below on this side. That is down there. And Moors tried to attack the town. It was a very small village, but there was already the church dedicated to San Vito, VITO, the patron saint of Positano, and to the Madonna Assunta. We pass now when we walk down the church dedicated to San Vito and to the Madonna Assunta. And Moors were, came over, stole from people's homes their money and their stuff. Then they went forward in tradition in the manufacturing of the presepio of all the figurines. There's a street in the historical neighborhood of Naples where you see workshops, making all that, okay? And in December, when it's about Christmas time, between November and December, there's lots of Italian tourism in Naples. They come to see that. Allora, now we're stopping, okay? Leave on board what you don't want to take with you, but take anything you need until the end. We're stopping in the parking, and then we walk slowly down to the beach. It takes, let's say, 10 minutes walking down the hills. The meeting will be back at the bus, okay? If after lunch with a little bit time left you wanna, I will be down at the restaurant with you. If some of you say, I don't remember the way back, let's go together, no problem, okay? I will be there until the last one is gone, and then when I see that you're about to finish lunch, I'll make sure to see if you need my help or whatever.